Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the top 5 tier 10 medium tanks. So this will be the first in the series of top 5 tanks at tier 10 within all the different classes and stuff. I'm not going to be doing all the other tiers because that is just way too much and kind of just repetitive and not really worth it, to be honest. But here we are at tier 10 and we're going to be going through the top 5 best tanks at tier 10 that are medium tanks. And for this video, I will not be including premium or collector tanks, so stuff like T22 is not going to be included in this list. Just bear that in mind. But coming in at number 5, we have the STB. Now, I'm not going to be able to play any of these tanks because, first off, I don't have the time for that, to play all the tanks and try to get a good game and stuff. And then second of all, I don't really have every single one of these tanks, so it wouldn't really work out. But here we have the STB. Now, I'm putting this tank at number 5 because it just lacks the DPM. The tank has around a 7-second reload, which is just a little bit too much, but this tank is still amazing. Lots of people love this tank. It has very, very good frontal armor on the turret and stuff. It does have a hatch, but as long as you wiggle, you can usually move that. It has good spotting range, good mobility. It's just an all-around good hold-down medium tank that a lot of people enjoy. And remember, this is just my opinion. This is, you guys' opinions might differ. Tell me what you think down below in the comment section, which ones you think are better or anything like that. But that's why I'm putting this at number 5. So coming in at number 4, we're heading to the German tech tree, and we have the E50M. Now, I think this is a really good tank. It has been power crept. This used to be one of, if not the best, tier 10 medium tank, I would feel. It's maybe been a little power crept, hasn't gotten a buff or anything in a while. I feel like this could use maybe a little bit of a gun depression buff or something on the tank, but it's still a fantastic tank. Of course, this tank is very famous for ramming ability of this tank, which is very, very good. You can ram almost anything that is any mediums, light tanks at tier 10s, lots of TDs, even some of those lightly armored heavies, and still get a decent amount of damage. As well, it's got okay DPM, again, a little bit lacking like the STB, but it does have good penetration. I guess good penetration is kind of decent. But this does have a very, very accurate gun. This gun is laser accuracy, great mobility for the armor profile, which is absolutely fantastic. You have a very thick frontal plate and a very thick turret. Well, it's a decently thick turret, I could say. If you load up ammo, you can go through the sides. But still, it's a fantastic tank, and that's why it is coming in at number 4. So coming in at number 3, we have the, where is it? There we go. We have the WZ121. Now, this tank is an absolutely insane tank because of the gun on this thing. Look at this thing, 8.34 second reload. So you can get that down to under 8 seconds. So a little bit longer than stuff like the E50M, but you have 420 alpha. Look at that alpha. It's absolutely amazing. Highest alpha tier 10 medium tank. As well, look at that, over 3,000 DPM. Now, the accuracy on this isn't very good, but it does have extremely, extremely good aim time, just like all the other Chinese medium tanks. It has very good aim time. You aim down, you have a very, very good gun on this tank. As well, a very troll armor profile, a strong turret, as well as your frontal plate and stuff is a pretty troll thing to deal with also. So coming in at number 2, we have the Leopard 1. Now, this tank is absolutely amazing. I love this tank. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, tier 10 in the game. It's definitely one of my favorites. This is the highest DPM tier 10 medium tank in the game. Well, that means highest DPM medium tank in the game. It has 3,668 DPM. That is absolutely amazing. 5.73 second reload, 350 alpha. It's an absolute laser beam of a gun on this thing. Great mobility. Only thing lacking on this tank is the armor profile. But it's more of a light tank, to be honest, than a medium tank because of that paper armor. But amazing mobility, amazing gun depression, amazing gun. It really is just a joy to play this tank. Because of the gun on this thing, you can farm up massive amounts of damage in this thing and out DPM any other medium tank in the game. So that is why this is coming in at number 2. The only reason this isn't number 1 and the next one is number 1 is because the Leopard 1 doesn't have an armor profile. But oh boy, this has an armor profile. This is the T62A. Now, I'm bringing this in at number 1 because I just really love this tank. It could be debated what's number one, but I really do enjoy this tank. It has a very nice turret on it, good armor. The gun on this thing is absolutely amazing, as well. Amazing DPM on this. As you can see, it's barely behind the Leopard one. I mean, this thing has absolutely insane DPM. 5.18 second reload, 310 alpha. As well, it is a laser beam of a gun on this thing. You almost never miss. It's got decent mobility, but it does not have the most insane mobility because it does have decent armor on this tank. Your turret really is pretty good, and since you're low profile to the ground, if you're getting up to the side of heavies, you are basically impenetrable because they're not going to be able to pin your hole because they're too tall. They can't get their guns down far enough to actually pin the weak area on your tank, and you're just showing them your turret and you're wiggling back and forth, so they can't even try to hit the hatches, and so you basically are unstoppable. So yeah, that's why this is number one. I mean, great tank. When you compare it to the 140 is pretty good, but this has better gun depression, so that's why I think this is better than the 140. So yeah, that is what I'm putting here as my top 5 tier 10 medium tanks and world tank splits. Let me know your thoughts down below. This one, I didn't know where to put this one. I decided not to put it on here just because it is auto reloader. It can be kind of hard to play with sometimes. But this maybe is like number 6. Debatably could go up on the list here somewhere, just to keep that in mind. So this is almost like an honorable mention, you could say. But yeah, that's my list of the top 5 best tier 10 medium tanks. Tell me your thoughts on what you think the top 5 best tier 10 medium tanks in the game are. And thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.